Hello, welcome to my channel. This time I'm going to use uh, an agent, an assistant to help coding. The purpose is a bit like Manus, is for me to code as little as possible, so to rely as much as possible on the AI assistant. This one is Claude Coder, so this is based on the Anthropic's Claude LMM. And this is really very dedicated to coding. So for programmers, it can write code, it can help debugging, it can do some analysis of the code, etc. So this is quite a very efficient tool, and I would like to try something from scratch. So basically, again, asking uh, this assistant to retrieve market data, to build an AI model from the market data, and to produce an output, which is how to invest a certain amount in the market. So here we began. This is the extension. I'm within VS Code, and I have already installed. I had to register to Claude Coder. What I did is I logged in with my Gmail account, and it seems that we start already with $10. And every time we send a request, so it costs money, and I guess that at some point I will have to buy some credit. But currently, I can test it with a simple request. The simple request will be the same that I've used previously. So please build an AI model to predict the evolution of stock prices based on historical prices and historical values of a dozen of macroeconomic variables such as the level of main policy rate, unemployment rate, loan delinquencies rates, etc., and to recommend me how to invest $100,000 in stocks given the result of your prediction. So this is my request. It's very long. I'm not expecting actually Claude to really answer in a straightforward way, because it's not an agent. It's more like a code producing engine. Um, so I'm not really sure actually how much this can be done. And I'm very curious about that. This is the first time that I use it. So you can see here on the left the different steps proceeding. And okay, so here something happened. I'm going to, so I cannot zoom, but okay, I can, yes, okay, I can extend, and which window is it? So I already run just for testing a few times. This one, okay. So what we have, and I want to extend this window, but this may be difficult here. Okay, it's there. So this is my request. Wait, maybe ask. No, see, this is an answer actually to the request. The environment details show that I'm working on the Windows 11, and yes, there are no visible files, open tabs, or running servers. There are also no linting errors in the environment. I'm thinking this is linking errors, but I'm not sure. Anyway, this is a complex task, yes, that involves several steps: understanding the requirements and planning the approach, setting up the development environment, gathering and pre-processing historical price data, yes, gathering and pre-processing macroeconomic data, building and training an AI model, evaluating the model performance and using a model to make predictions. Not only that, but developing an investment strategy based on the predictions and implementing the recommendation system. This is amazing. This is really much more than I expected. It has all the steps that I could see also in Manus. Even though Manus failed, you can see one of my previous videos. And it wants to start first with the current directory. So this is my desktop. It doesn't have to be there actually. Okay, I've checked the desktop directory. There's no file. We need to create a new project. Yes, yes, yes. Create a project structure, setting up the necessary Python environment, install the libraries. This is great. That's really doing, it's more than code. It's really more than coding. Pandas for etc. So the libraries. Start with creating a project directory structure and a requirements.txt file to list the dependency. This is amazing. Okay, so these are the libraries that will be needed. Okay, that's why finance. So I see how it's going to find the data. Okay, we do have a warning here. I'm not sure where it is, but I just answered the question, and I guess that's why there was a warning. All right, so this is very similar to what I had in Manus. I'm actually wondering if there's a reason why it's the same. But okay, so this is kind of a very generic way of writing code. It has stopped. I don't know why, but okay, I need to approve. Approve what? Approve file editor. So this is okay. That's all. That's okay. That's basically the config. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. I approve. I approve. That's interesting because it asks for approval like every step. I'm not sure, but yeah. And seems that I'm paying money at every step as well. Okay, so it's created the structure for the main code, and it's writing code actually on the right. That's very, very, very interesting. This is impressive. It's not so slow compared to Manus. So it says that it's created the Python, okay, the config file, and the data. It kind of already it knows the structure of the whole thing, and it kind of already created the directories beforehand, or even got the models beforehand before even starting writing the code. So it's very impressive that it already knows what it has to do later. That's quite impressive. Okay. Okay, so the script will handle possible errors, but I need to approve. It's kind of funny this thing of approving every minute. But anyway, it's much definitely much quicker than Manus, so this is quite good to see. All right, processing those. I guess this is for before injecting into the AI model to make sure that the data is consistent. So we have stock prices and we have macro data, and we have to align the two data, two sets of data, especially for reasons of frequency. We need to have a common frequency. And here it looks like it's actually building the model, so I'm not really sure. Here's data processing, but okay, it's normalizing already. So this is okay, not part of the model, but normalizing in the pre-processing of the data. Okay, going to approve every time. So I've got a little bit less of credit now. Right. So the whole thing is split into various tasks. And can we see each task, how much it costs? Not sure. And writing the model right now, so writing it wrote the model characteristics. So it's what kind is LSTM? Yes. And how to train a model. So there's a what is it? Validation. A training set and validation sets. Save the model, plot the training story, evaluate the model. I like this. Okay, predict the future. That's an amazing function name. Okay, I don't really know what is the frequency yet, but I will see that later. So it also computed what is this? No, this is the error terms. So, okay, just there's a, okay, so I'm going to approve again. Fine. So let's keep it rolling. This works very well. I successfully created a model. So there's a lot of text from, that's cool as well. Quite a lot of explanation. It's a deep learning model with TensorFlow, with bidirectional LSTM layers for temporal dependency and the dense layers for feature extraction and prediction. Okay. It includes functions for building, training, evaluating, and making predictions with the model, as well as visualizing the results. The four files are now visible in the environment, so we can switch. Next, I need to create the training script. Now I'll create the training script to orchestrate the model training process. It's going to load the data, build and train, evaluate the model, save the trained model, and the evaluation results. We use the function defined in model.py, and we'll undo the training process for stocks, etc. So that's a lot of code basically, and it's quite impressive that it can manage this many files and the dependency as well. So I assume that here it's importing this this model, and there are all the functions that it wants to use here. So is it going to so the main function here and ticker and stocks and train the stock model for each. So it trains the model for each ticker. Am I right? Train stock model for train models for each stock. So each stock has a different model. That sounds weird. I'm not sure I understand really what is happening here. So it's trying to predict the stocks one by one, basically. So it doesn't take into account the correlations between the stock prices, which is an incredibly important feature of the market and something that Manus was really very closely looking at. If you remember, in one of my previous videos, Manus was insisting on the fact that there are correlations, that it even calculated a kind of indicator for the correlations. It also reused the correlations for selecting the best futures. Here, I'm a bit worried about what's going to happen if it tries to predict each stock one by one independently, if that's what my understanding is, if it's correct. Generate investment recommendations. Okay. So it already made the predictions actually. And, or is this the prediction? If this is the prediction, what would it do? It would take the most recent data and trying to find the next the best data for the frequency given the known data as of today. Recommendations. So is it going to loop through the tickers and look at the best percentage sort values by return, and then okay, conservative, aggressive. So then it's going to invest in the top 50% of stock with positive return. That's interesting because one of the strategy obviously would be to this is conservative. The aggressive, okay, say use the top 3 stocks. We could think about really even more aggressive is using the top stock, top return, expected return, but here is only 3. Okay, that's great, and the conservative is 50%. And what is the moderate? The moderate is what? Top 5. Okay, 3, 5, or 50% or half. Okay. Interesting. Whoops, I tried to run this, but I feel like I lost something as well, the prediction one, and I click on trade, which probably is a bad idea. Okay, let's see what happened. I can turn an error. Yes, because I clicked on the wrong button, sorry. Okay, so it's doing this again, and that's funny. Okay, I can't say what it's doing. Can't say what it's doing, but it's creating the prediction again. So I don't know what happened. Maybe I closed I didn't take care enough, but I maybe closed it and that's it. Okay, so it's quite robust because I did something bad and it detected that it was closed. The file was closed. This is a technical issue with the tool rather than a problem with the code itself. I need to try creating the file again, and it creates the file again. This is amazing. This is very robust. I really like this feature of being able to react to the environment. So this is quite amazing. Okay, so I think we're getting close. Yes, next one is the recommendation. Run main script to orchestrate the entire stock production. So yeah, it's probably doing everything basically from scratch. So that we just have to run. So this is the main.py, and we just have to run this, and everything will be running, and we'll get the final result, which is where I should invest basically, according to my risk preference. I expect that it's going to ask me first, what is your risk appetite? And writing the documentation, the README. Okay, it's pretty smart. It's cool. It's very cool. Okay. Right. I'm very easy to. Not very difficult here. I usually just approve. Okay. Cost 0.6. Yes. So is it a cost until now? $0.6. $0.6. It's not too much. It's not too bad. What else do we have? What kind of data? Lines of code, maybe. I don't know what is it. 48 files. Maybe the files from. No, it didn't run anything yet, so it's not. I thought it was the market data, but it's probably not. All right, so the task is completed. I've built a comprehensive AI-based stock price prediction and investment recommendation system that fulfills your requirements. The system analyzes historical stock prices and macroeconomic variables to predict future stock movements and provides optimized investment recommendations for your 100. It's a hypothetical, right? $100,000 portfolio. The project includes the data collection module. Okay, the data processing, pre-processing, the deep learning model, bidirectional LSTM neural network. Okay, yes, right. Investment recommendation engine, and this is based on your risk tolerance. Yes, the visualization and the reporting, and the system is fully customizable through the config, where you can adjust which stocks to analyze, which macroeconomic variables to include, the model parameters, and the investment settings. To use the system, install the required dependency with this, run the complete workflow. The system will create 3 main directories. No. Okay, that's amazing. And is that it? So it's completed, yes. That's it. So it costs 0.7 also. Okay, that's nice. So then I need to do something. This is not over. I guess that, so we already have this folder. So stock prediction project. with the README here and all the Python scripts. And basically what it says is that I have to run some commands. So I'm looking to do that. First, so installing with the requirements. So where's my batch? The bash. I guess I should go here. Okay, here it is. Now I think I need to go to the right folder. Well, this should be the same folder as these guys. So I'm just going to copy this and go to it. Right. Cool. All right. So I'm not going to create a virtual environment. I'm a bit lazy. Okay, where's the? I lost something. I had a window with all the tasks, and I think it was there. And there's a task here. Yes, that's my task. Okay, so what I put? So everything's here, right? Everything is here. It's a very, very little window, but anyway, I have it here, so I'm going to do that. We're not in bash, actually. Let me move to bash. Okay. So, yes, actually just first. So, I guess I should be already in the, whoop, okay, screwed up. Okay, I'm not sure, but I feel like I'm already in the right directory, so just do this, and that's it. That's the first. I don't know. Unfortunately, I wasn't in the right directory, so I need to first go where I'm supposed to be. Okay. Can't find that. It's probably because of the. Come on. Okay, that's. Yeah. Okay, we're getting closer. What did it? And why am I in the desktop? I'd like to know. Yes, but anyway. Okay, so now I can run the command for the requirements. So it's going to probably take a few minutes. Okay, still cannot find it. Did I basically miss something? Desktop stock prediction project. Are you serious? Well, no, it's not here. So where's the requirement? Where's the requirement guy? Yes, where's the requirement guy? Where am I supposed to find it? It's a bit, I think it's a legitimate question. Okay, I think something's missing. Something's missing here. I'm stuck. Oh, there's no requirement, seriously? Sure, I have 3.8 installed. Clone this repository. Clone this repository? I should do that. Install the required dependencies. That was a requirement, right? The first, was it the first file? File desktop. Was it in the desktop? No. So where the hell is that file? Seriously, I'd like to know. Do I have a... Is there anything somewhere with a requirement.txt? I just can't find it. Okay, now can I ask the question? Where's my requirement.txt? Is there any way to what? Seriously? Okay. Of course I probably should know. Wait, There's something here. File not found? What? Why is that? It said that it would create this file, but it doesn't exist. So I'm very confused. So I guess the only thing I can do is just copy this. It's 11 lines and stop registration project and open here, and or just create a new file. Actually, it's a text file and that's it. So I call it requirements.txt, and that's it. And not complicated. All right, good. And now I can run it. So I need my terminal. Go into the subdirectory and installing the requirements. So again, it's not a virtual environment, but I'm still fine with that. It's the first time that I use actually this Python environment with base, and I'm happy to keep the base like this, with these dependencies. And I guess these are quite standard modules anyway. And again, this I don't know why it happened, but what is it? An error? What is it? So here I'm by myself basically because Claude is not here anymore. Really? Well, that's very surprising. Really? I don't know how to do that. I don't know that, and second thing is this is not even the VS Code environment. This is Bash. So how am I supposed to debug this? Is one of the questions that I have. Basically, it's supposed to work, right? But it doesn't work. So is it a Python version? What is my version? My Python version. I need to remember. I don't even remember how to get the version basically. So it's V, the big V. That should work definitely, but I'm very disappointed by what is happening. Very disappointed because Claude just told me this and basically left, and that's it. And can I just ignore this and just install the libraries? Do I have to really use these functions? Does it make sense to use these versions, or can I use any other version? So it's trying to get the 24.3. Okay, yes, and does it work? No. Why? This is kind of. But I guess actually, so I do have this earlier version of Python. I am not using 3.8 something. So I can only guess that I shouldn't use an old version of NumPy. So my recommendation will be to just ignore the versions and just go with just the models. I have it already, so that's cool. I'm not really sure, but I guess that if I just remove this, I would probably be able to download the libraries if I don't have them yet. But let's see what it does. Okay, yeah, this works. So now I don't have to care about the versions. Right, some of the libraries were already installed as well, so it's pretty cool. Okay, let's cross fingers. There's the TensorFlow, which probably is the biggest one. It's 300 megas. So I think that I'm going to stop the video here, and I will resume after the installation is complete. All right, so welcome back, and the script is over. So we've got the final result for the building all the AI models for each stock. And okay, the final message is error, model training failed, stopping workflow. So why do we have this? Well, it's not very clear. Obviously, we still have these errors coding the character, but that's not a runtime error, so it's not stopping the script itself. Even though this is possibly the cause of the error, even though it says that it saved the model information. Does it actually? That's one of the questions we could ask. Actually, did it really work? Right. So, in conclusion, so we have a few issues. So the R square is very bad, and in the end, we've got this error: model training failed, stopping workflow. What I was expecting, obviously, is to have some investment recommendation, and I think that's why basically this stock prediction and investment recommendation was the purpose of. Let's close this. The purpose of this script, but it worked, right? So model training stopping. So it basically didn't. So this function run model training basically didn't work. So here, so again, here we've got an error here. This one, which is an except, so it's catching the exception in this block, which means that so things happen here in the train models, which is not here. So it's important. So train models and so it's from model basically. Where's model? I can't find it. So let's go to okay. Let's go to model. Where am I? That's not really what I wanted. This one is it's not my code. And here's the model. Okay, so here's the training function, and well, we saw these messages of conversion error, and I think this is basically what we should try to solve first. So I may ask Copilot to do something about it, even though, well, I don't really know where the error comes from. What it says is saving model summary. So does it says model saved? Doesn't. So we can think that it's saying saving somewhere. It's trying to save and it couldn't save basically. Here, what is the model directory? Do we have model directories models? So if we go to models, we should find a list of models. And okay, there we have, and is there anything? Yes, there is indeed. So this is probably the model which is saved as expected, and best and the final. I'm not sure to understand the difference between both, but there is something, right? it's kind of working. We can also try to look at the kind of other. So okay, so at least we've got something apparently. And how about the training history? But this looked good, so I'm not sure why the square was so bad, but at least the profile of this, well, the validation loss actually is, it's not very changed. It's not change much, which is an area for concern. So this may look like overfitting, and this is possibly because we don't have enough historical data. So it's basically overfitting the whole thing. All right, so this one I'm not sure exactly what it's doing. Model summary. What can we find in this? So nothing. So this model summary wasn't called. So this error doesn't seem extremely problematic, except that it prevents us from reusing the model information in the end when it's trying to go to the next phase. So I want to go back to so model training failed completely. Not this one, error in model training process. What was that? It's not this function, right? It's a function that calls this. Basically, that should be. Where do we call this? The main, of course. Yes. Okay, the main. So error training model. Not even this. I'm kind of lost because this is not really the message that I have. Model training failed. This is not what I see here. Error training failed. Training process completed. That's not what I see. So this is the train. It's not a main actually. I kind of lost track of my code, but where's the main? The main is here. Here on model training process. Okay, this one is. Yes, this is the error that we have. Stop the workflow. Okay, so this codec is the cause of the error. I mean, if there's an exception, it's going to skip something. Train model. So there's an error somewhere, and the model is saved. That's one thing, and it's plotted, right? So I don't really see what's the fuss about this. Basically, if we even already have whole data here, and we have the training history as well. What's the fuss about this? Why did the model training failed? It's one model training failed. Yeah. So we get this one. Doesn't look like it failed really. That's not how it looks. Train models. Train models is actually not. It's for each. What is that? Is it here? Train models. Train models with an S because we have several models. Where's that function? Why can't I go there? It's always a bit frustrating when we're importing and then we just can't go construct to the right function. Model training failed, stopping workflow. No. Train models, where's that? I have to do research. Really. Because it has to loop through all the stocks one by one, and so it's not train model, it's train models. Okay, so I think I definitely may need from train import main. Okay, sorry, I was looking at the wrong place. Importing the main. The main is train models. Okay. Okay, so the main function. So probably this one. Yeah, here we were. So is it looping? Yes, looping on the tickers. Okay, and training the model. And so we're training the model. Yes. So model summary. Is this for each model, basically? Yes, and this worked basically. Well, no, this is not for each ticker. This one I'm a bit surprised because I think I had the summary, basically had the summary for each, but then if I'm correct, we don't have the summary for all. Yeah, so this one failed. So this one failed, and there was an error before that, but obviously, well, is it here that we have the issue of format? It created this model summary. We could see the file. Yeah. And so it's trying to write something. Save field model summary. Error in the model training process. But that's the training, so I'm very confused because it says saving the model summary. It's here. And after that, we've got this error in model training process, which I don't expect to come after that. Because the training is over, basically. So to me, this is very confusing. Alright, so this. How do we? How are we supposed to find in the whole project, basically? Because I feel like it's only looking at the current file. It's not very nice. This thing is not nice at all. Yeah, it's not nice at all. Error in the model training process. Where is that? Error in the training process. I would expect something like here. Error in the training process. I think we've seen that, but why would it come here? I would expect, yeah, something like that. Error in the training process. Train model, something like that. But not even. Save model summary. This is just for all model results. That's it. So it's very problematic. Is this? No, I just can't figure out what is happening. Actually, I don't understand why it's saving the model summary. All model results. And I'm assuming this is not for each model. This is basically the results are. Wait, because it's looping on the ticker here. Because the results. Okay, then results is a dictionary actually, so it's going to store all the results for all the models. All right, so that's fair enough. And then it takes the dictionary and it's going to this but here it doesn't go here. The model training process completed. It doesn't go to here. So it looks like it may be some something wrong happening here. Indeed, with this error, which the error doesn't make sense. The model training fail doesn't make sense unless it's just like it doesn't know actually what step it failed, and so 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 we have a try here and accept error training model for as error training model, okay, and yes, we've got an error here. Then it still goes to the saving model summary, but then again we've got an error in model training, which shouldn't be training here because we're saving the model. Alright, so it's a bit of the mess, this thing. I just can't figure out what is happening, and it's very difficult to find anything here. Run model training, display summary. Run model training. So this is the main flow when we have this model training failed stopping workflow. So this is the very end. But it says training success, but actually this includes the saving the model summary part, which may be the actual issue here. Yes, error in model training. So the error is not in model training, but it's just that it's within this function training that includes saving the model's information, and the error occurred in the saving part of the code, where so it's the main function of this. Was it this one? No, the main function in train. Yes, so here this is, and the error comes from because we don't have error training model for training completed. We don't have this as well, so the error, there's an error here. Okay, so what I want is to ask Claude to do something about this. I have two windows for Claude, so what should I do? This one is not answering, this one looks okay, so can I close this one? Report back. No, this one definitely not. I think this one is the right one, but the request is completed, and I can't ask anything else, right? Is that how it's supposed to be? Once the request is completed, then I just can't do anything about it, or it's just because it's stuck. Basically, I remember that this was still running last time I was looking at it, so I tried to fix a bug, but the problem is that it looks stuck. Basically, it looks like it's should I report a bug? I need to go to Discord. Well, I could, but I don't think I'm going to right now. Okay, so collapse. Alright. So I guess what I can do is point out to the bug and ask how can you solve that. To do the function save model summary in can I point to a string dot? No, again, so this one is very bothering because I can't see the files. I really hate that. And I don't know what to do about it. Okay, so I already used around $1, but it's fine. We help you fix the issue listed by example the file to understand what causes the encoding issue reading the file. Found that the save model summary function that's causing the encoding error. Oh, Japanese encoding. That's my bad. Let me close this window on the left because I don't think I need it. Alright, I'm trying to zoom, but I can't zoom. The error message indicated the codec when writing to define is happening is the specific issue is likely with the R2 character in the formatted text file output, as this contains a special character that can be encoded in the CP932 encoding. Okay. It writes the header for the text file. Okay. So yes, we've got this square here. The solution is set the encoding when opening the file to a Unicode encoding like UTF-8. Replace the special character with a plain ASCII alternative. I'll go with option 1 as the primary solution, which is to explicitly set the file encoding to UTF-8. Okay, I need to modify the file opening. 9 is here, so it's going to, okay, change the encoding. Let's approve this. Okay, disappeared. I don't know why. Did it change the file? Otherwise, I'd be a bit upset. No, so not here. Okay, it basically didn't do anything. So what's going on? What's going on? I lost the window. I lost the session. Is there not a history of the conversation? And can I find my request and just copy paste and send it again? I don't like this. Just disappear like that. Just disappear like that. Oh. Okay, that's pretty bad. So, okay, well, that's my Claude window, so I have to use that. Anyway, I'm a bit lost. I don't even know where the new task. It's not a new task, but okay. View all history. Oh, this one. Resume the task. Okay, good. I finally found it. Okay. Okay. All right. So, okay, and it just shows the change, and we can see, wait. We can see how. Yeah. Okay, it's changing the encoding, so not a big change, but approve. Okay. Now, I suppose that I have to run the code again, but it took hours to run, so I'm not very fond of that. Something happened strange with the thought I already made this change. Really? Okay. I tried to do the change, but realized that it couldn't. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of text and there's a lot of explanation. It's good in one sense, but it's quite Surprising to have something as variables like that. And I'm a bit worried because this function was supposed to save all the model summary, but knowing the results, and I'm not sure I can get the results now without running the training of the models again. And it's very time consuming, so I'd rather find a way to load the results rather than building the models again. I'll just actually skip this part, skip the building the models, skip the training, etc., and just go to this one, run prediction. So what does it need? Does it need the predict and recommend? So I'm just wondering what it needs, if it needs the summary. It's going to do the prediction for each stock. Okay, so it loads the trained model. So again, here I don't know where that function is. So it's a bit, so it's a model, load train model. Yes, this one, and so it loads the model. As long as it doesn't need the global summary, then I think I can just go with this. So load the model. What am I looking for? Loads and return the model, and the model path is okay, each of the path. All right, so looks like I could do something. So what I'm going to do is to change the code so that I have an option that skips all this code and that just goes to the prediction and recommendation without doing the training again. So change the code in main. So I like to directly give this kind of link to the file, but we can't. So that I can run the function main directly from the function run prediction and recommendation if the value of the variable so predicts without training again is true. Okay, let's try that. I modify the file to allow running the main function directly, etc. Fix amend and data collection was modified. Okay, so there are some dependency possibly, so it has to think about, okay, where do I start running within this function? Is it fine to skip the stuff? Is it fine if the other functions are not run? Whoops, sorry. Okay, so what is it doing? Skip prediction in the run model training. It's a bit okay. When main is called from run prediction and recommendation, skip prediction, and it, what does it do? The main, is it still skip prediction? Is going to skip the prediction? What? No, this is not what I want. Is there an issue in my what I asked? So it did the opposite to what I wanted it to do. So this is bad. Basically, it's because it basically skipped. I wasn't asking to skip the prediction. So this is rejection. I have to formulate it a bit differently. Let's try again. I want to make sure I understand your request. You want to modify a function so that the variable is true. It will run the main function directly. There's potential issue if this function calls main. Run prediction and recommendation runs main. And main calls run prediction again. We can do. Really? Why would that happen? So you skip the prediction step in main when it's called from. What? Though this is probably my question. Something else, yes. 3. So this is 3, yeah. Okay, so if the predict without training again is true, do you want to run the training process? Skip certain steps, skips certain, so number 2. These are specified, nice clear understanding. Okay, predict stuff. Steps are, okay, thank you. I understand that you want to skip, so could you, which step do you want to skip based on the main function? The steps are, so which one? So 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's what I wanted. Looks like it may be working. It's very easy. I could have done it by myself very easily. Okay. Main. So if not, skip data collection, skip data processing. So it's doing the skip for every part. Fine. Okay. Right. And then I have to call the function a bit differently. Right. Because now I'm going to. So this is the main of the main, and true. So I'm going to. Woo. Still modifying. All right. I thought I've successfully managed to change this change potential infinity loop. Okay, so it's completed now. Okay, now let's run the code. So here I'm going to set. So this guy I'm going to replace the false, sorry, by true. No, only in selection. Come on, only in selection. Only the selection. Only in the selection. Come on. Can't do that. Okay, I'm not very familiar with this environment. But okay, anyway. All right. So this is done. So I'm going to run this code. So now it's doing the prediction and recommendation process, assuming that it can retrieve the information from the models. Well, no, it can't. No model named joblib. Right. No model named joblib. Where's that? It's a bit frustrating, all this error handling, because in the end I don't even know where the error is. Right? I'm not a big fan of doing this. What? Error in prediction and with the error making prediction false. Error in prediction recommendation process. That's the main, isn't it? So we really don't know where. Yeah, this one. So we really have no idea. It's within here. There's an error, but start error in prediction, not model. Name job lib, and we have no idea where this error comes from. So that's why I don't really like this way of error handling. I mean, the error is displayed, but where is it? Which line is it? Starting prediction, error in prediction recommendation process. So it started here. Predict without training again, and not call from main. If not call from main. Come on. What is this? Call from main. Go true. It's called from main. Yes, it's called from main. It is. So it's okay. So it's predict without training again. It's true. This is true, and then it's not run. Is it called main? This one is calling the. It's not the same main, right? There are two main, and then is it confused by the two? Because no. Why is this run prediction recommendation running main? Commands give flags to bypass data collection and stuff. I'm very confused, but this is normal, and I'm expecting that it's going to the normal one. Prediction and recommendation process completed successfully. We don't have this. So I'm expecting that something happened here in the predict and recommend function. So it's the main function of predict. And we have an error, but we don't know where. For predictions for stock. Job lib. There's something called job lib. Job lib, job lib, job lib. Low training model. Not expecting that something fails here. But why not? Yeah, import job lib. So I don't have that. Possibly. I don't have that. So I'm going to just make sure. This is where I'm okay. Python job lib. Does that work? Okay, we've got a problem. This one could not be resolved, even though. Okay, I got an error in predict. All right, let's ask help from Claude on this one. Huh. It wants to execute the command. Please update VS Code to run the command. Oh, it cannot view the command's output. Make sure I support using a support itself. This one. This one. This one works, right? The command to install was executed, but the system couldn't capture. The command might have successfully installed the joblib package. It did not have attempted. Could you please running the code again? Let me know if the well. The issue is that I can tell it didn't work. That's basically what I think should be done. Should I run from here, basically? No. And is it? Why is that? Why is that? 1, 4, 2. Run the code again. I can do that, but the output is going to be the same. So the error is still occurring. But it's cool because it executed the command. Well, I have to approve it, which is quite safe. Since the previous attempt didn't work, we should try an alternative approach. Try using pip with the user flag, which installed the package for the user, current user only. Really? Are you sure? Why would it change anything? Try using pip3 in case we have multiple versions. Well, why would I have that? Oh wait, this is not not using I'm not using okay, let's use -m pip the current interpreter. I may did have issues of environment, stuff like that, but nothing works. Let's try options. Okay, so I did it, but it really wants to do it. And of course, oh, doesn't know the output. The command was successful, and we have seen the output. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So it's going to run the command directly. Okay, that's impressive. In a way, it's kind of means that it's consistent with the actual environment. So let's run again. Attempting to install. Oh, that's it. Okay. I'm pretty sure I already installed this. And why is this main? So, oh no, I think I understand. How am I supposed to? I think this because of I didn't know I wasn't running the right command. Okay. So I was running from this menu, which was not the right way to do it. Very simply. All right, my bad. I'm not super strong in VS Code, and I'm not sure why when I run this Python file, the environment is not the right one. So I'd have to be careful and have to understand. I'd like to understand why There are two Pythons basically now. Yeah, two different Python on my computer. That's bothering. This works. Okay, you buy 16% of Apple, Meta, this one, not sure. UNH, what is UNH? Google and Berkshire what was that? Berkshire Hathaway. What is this one? Yeah, United Health. Really? Was it a good return? Wow, yes. Okay. Okay, it's quite impressive. And Apple, of course, is also quite impressive, I guess. Yes, okay, so it says invest in that and you're good. All right. Yes, I guess. And okay, what do we have here? All stocks returns, prediction, predicted returns for all stocks. And okay, Nvidia, well, it's predicting that Nvidia is going to go down by 60%. Seriously? What is this? How come? Investment allocation. So that's what we've seen. Stocks predictions. Is that all stocks? Okay. So this is where we saw the graph. Okay, so we've got prediction on horizon. So this is monthly. So I guess that actually the data for the macroeconomic data was monthly. So the stock prices as well. Well, monthly. It makes sense. It expects 10% annual return. Okay. Well, okay, it's possible that actually it's better to buy an index instead of going into these single stocks. But it worked. So I managed to get this model to let's say give some investment recommendations. Now I had a bit of an issue, and I wanted to check. So the stock data, how does it work? This one we have daily data, okay, as expected. Fine. And when we look at, okay, let's look at the macro economic data. This one is every month. This one, and I have no idea what it is. This one is monthly as well. This one could be every day, right? Yeah, but it's not. Okay, so now I get it. This is monthly, and so what is this NPY? I don't know what is NPY. And what I wanted to know is the number of the size of the input data in the AR model. But somehow I understand that it aligned the frequency between the stock prices and the macroeconomic indicators. So there's probably a monthly frequency or something like that. So how can we check that? can we check that it's combining stock and macroeconomic data, and is it so where is it changing the frequency? Okay, not clear, but technical indicators, prediction horizon. Prediction horizon is something that was here 30. This is the right, but at the same time, I want to know about the frequency. Secondly, is number of days. Days. Why is that days? That's. I would guess this is a multiple of this prediction horizon. Then, honestly, I have some difficulty understanding exactly where but this one says a line, so it has so the stock data plus the macro data, and then it's going to pass. Sorry, to merge the data, align macro. Use the most recent macro. Reindex. So, oh, that's interesting. Reindex is creating a fill, which I feel like it's actually not doing like Manus was doing. Manus was simply changing the frequency of the data in the stock prices, so changing to a monthly frequency. That's not the case here. It looks like it's actually doing the opposite. So it's creating data, daily data for the macroeconomic information based on the available whatever the frequency. So that's really cool. Okay, so that's really cool. I'm very happy to see this. But yeah, so I don't understand the R square, which is extremely bad. Why is the prediction so bad? I would say the so not what I wanted, but these models, best model. This is not what I wanted. I wanted to see the summary. It's loads the scale as well. Interesting. Results and test matrix. Okay, so we know that the loss is getting smaller, but I'm worrying that it's because of overfit. And we've looked the profile of the stock price over time, and it's very, very obvious that you should buy Apple if you knew that how the stock price evolved in the last 10 years, which basically multiply by 3 or 4. So there's no surprise here. It's a bit easy. It's a bit too easy to work with this the stock prices that only go up. It's too easy to predict that it's basically going to go up again. Except for Tesla, for some reason. I'm not sure why, but the Tesla one is. So I wish I could have a graph of the. So how does this work? But also we can see that there's this okay, training loss and the validation loss. Okay, so it kind of increases a bit, but the validation loss is almost constant, so it doesn't look so good. All right, but in conclusion, well, what I'm asking to this AI is not an easy task, and we need to investigate about the R square. That's one thing that is not very convincing about the quality of the model, but also I think that we need to increase the data. I'd probably like to see a bit more, a wider area of range of stocks to start with, but we can also use more macroeconomic data. However, well, okay, the thing I'm worrying is that if you have a stock price that continues increasing for years and years and there's no reason that it goes down, well, of course we have reasons, there are reasons, but is the AI capable of understanding this? Or maybe it's just that this Apple stock price going up and never going down. That's another option. So maybe this is right. We should invest in Apple. How much? That was 50% of the. Sorry, 16%. Yeah. Um, and okay, so the total is not even 100%. No, I must be mistaken. This one is 25%, 29%. I don't know what is the first. Is this the return? Yeah, expected return is 15% for Apple. It makes up 25% of the portfolio. And Meta is 30%. Okay. And this United Healthcare is 27%. So these are the main three stocks basically that we want in the portfolio. Just on the basis that their stock has outperformed in the last 10 years. Okay, so if we think that the future is a good predictor of the past, that of course you just look for the best return and that's it. But the thing is to notice that we have used this AI model that goes a bit ahead in terms of so the prediction of the stock price, knowing that say if the macroeconomic indicator is showing some concerning result like the increase in the employment rate, then we could think that this prediction is going to go down. So the expected return for Apple is going to go down. And mechanically, the allocation to this stock is going to go down. That's the theory. But it sounds a bit difficult to verify that this logic of the relationship between the macroeconomic indicators and the stock price is actually realized in the prediction of the model. So what could we do for that? What could we do is that we have to increase the historical period. We need to have more data, especially data that corresponds to the financial crisis. The last one was last big one was Lehman crisis, Lehman shock, the subprime loan crisis, which I think is not taken into account here. If we go back to the so we have a start date. So let's look at okay, it's 2010. But I would, so this is a bad period to start with because it's definitely not a good period. There's no stress period during these 13 years, 14 years. So these are only SP. So of course they are strong companies, which is also uh, why why it's good to invest in these companies, of course. But if you look at, of course, if you look at Tesla stock price, uh, and I don't know if it didn't use the. That's right. Yes, it's. So why until end of 2023? This is weird. Could have changed that in the beginning, but so what we can say is this basically. So end of January 2023 is here. Right, we'll run here, and we can see that in 10 years there's been an outstanding, I mean, multiplied by 10, and after that, up to today zero. It doesn't change basically. So the prediction is, of course, this prediction is very bad, but you know, not this one. Well, actually, yes, okay. It kind of predicted. Sorry, it predicted something like a big drop in the December to January. Is it what happened? Yes. So was it because there was a downward trend at the time? Where are we? Not sure. So December. Okay, we're in here, and then it said in 1 month it's going down by how much was it? 60%? This is crazy. No, this is a bit too much, I guess. Where's the result? Stock returns. 60% return. This is monthly. Not sure if this is rescale actually it's probably annually. But for the next month. So it kind of predicted a crash for some reason. I'm not sure why, but was there a crash? Not at all. Not at all. Kind of decreased a bit and then increased again. There's no crash, and we are still slightly higher or same level as December 2023. So one of the things to do is definitely to change this. So if I can, before the stock bubble, the IT bubble would be nice. I have no idea how much it can go back, but I guess I'd like to see this and use their most recent data as well. So I guess that's it. Not yet here. So this is what I'd like to do. So I'm going to run this again and see what happens with this prediction. But I'm not expecting much actually. And actually, let's use the end of January, simply because so 20th, yes, 20th, no, 20th, no, of January I said, so 31st, yeah, okay, because then I want to see compared to what actually happened. It's kind of a very simple validation. And because one of the things is I don't see the result of validation as well, so it's something that normally we should have a closer look, which is what is the shape of. So we have seen of course, we have seen the graph of the predictions, but it's just one figure, and it's not much. We could decide to change the period of validation and look at, you know, so really like really roll the window of validation and have a kind of distribution of the actual returns versus the predicted returns. Because here we have only one prediction, and this is not enough, really. And we also need to go to this stress period and see if the AI is capable of predicting even in a situation of stress. That is very important. And for that, we would need to change the training to have some more like having a distribution instead of just having so the one fixed period for the validation, which apparently is the last last data last month. I don't know how much it's training and how much it's validating, but proportion of data used for testing is 0.2 and validations is 0.2. So I don't understand why the sum is not 1. And usually it should be to use for validation, to use for testing. Okay, so test size, trend size is 1 minus the test size. Okay, so it's pretty much the same. So the train size is 80% and the validation size is 20%. The test size is test size data use. I don't know why it's doing 1 minus this. It's a bit obscure, to be honest. Okay. But at least, so what I was saying is to, instead of validating to only this data, which is, sorry, so train the validation, which is basically the last data that we have, is not to do that, but to validate on more different pairs. Basically, I want to see, so part of that is going to be the training pairs. Of course, it's supposed to fit exactly. So we need to train a model up to a certain date, just as if this is as if we come back to the config, and here it's just as if I was running this many times with different ideas. So I'm giving to this model data up to a certain point in history, looking at the prediction for that time, like, I don't know, maybe 10 years in the past, so getting the final result, and then, again, giving another end date and getting another result. So we've got, if we do that, we have a distribution of predictions, but also we can compare to the actual data. And here we don't have that because this is why we don't have that, because this is a pure prediction and the model doesn't have the information yet. And everything else, everything that we have given and that has been trained actually was used for the prediction, so it should be fitting exactly. So I'd like to see this visually, but currently there's no code for that. So this is one area for improvement. Another area is it's about the validation, because the validation, so it's trying to predict result. So it's really predicting and doesn't know the actual. Like, it knows actually, but it knows actually, and I'd like to see the result of that comparison between the predicted and the actual. So potentially something that we can ask here is in the phase of prediction, in the validation, please please compare the predicted to the actual. So in the phase of prediction or validation, can you change, can you compare the prediction to the, so if we go to the validation, train, and here is training, and it's evaluating the model here. I don't like this. Model, evaluate model. Actual versus predicted price change, and actual versus predicted. Oh, we have the graph actually. Where is that? Actual versus predicted. Evaluating model. I think that the I think I lost possibly the where did I have the training data? Where's, oh, here's the training data. So that we have here this evaluation result safe to result here. Where is it? Evaluation result. Wait. Actual versus predicted. Did it work? No, because of that, right? Oh yes, 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 yes. Logger.info. Again, so this is the issue, right? So we had all these messages, and probably because illegal codec. Okay, okay. I think I'd like to change this because it's really. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this. Definitely going to not have that. Yes, I don't want this anymore. Really. Okay, so this one is okay because we have the right encoding. Okay, data collection. Do we have it? No, of course. Here's about. Okay, so now it should be okay. Okay, so it basically it already did that actually, the comparison to in the validation, the comparison of the actual versus the. Okay, good. So I'm going to run that, but I may show this in another video. This video is getting long, and I'm not sure I want to make it even longer. So I think we can stop here, and there are a few issues. Basically, I think the first one is one of the first is basically to have this start date and end date more realistic, and to potentially also, as I said, train the model on different periods, change this end date and rerun the model. It would be very time consuming, even though you notice probably that it's very slow on my computer to train, and one of the reasons is that I work on a Microsoft Surface. Yeah, I don't have a GPU and I don't even have a strong CPU, so it's very slow. If I run during the night, probably I can get something, but it's going to be very time consuming. Also, as always, we have these hyper parameters, and I do not optimize them. So there's possibly some way to improve the efficiency. Right, so making sure that we have the right batch size. And the epochs, 100 is quite a lot. The patients can affect the learning rate as well if it's too small. Indeed, and I'm wondering if this one is potentially too small actually, but also, so why do we have negative the R square? I think it's because we don't have There was 10 years of data and it was monthly data for the macroeconomic, but it's actually daily for the stock prices. So it's not completely crazy. So still not really sure why the I square is negative, and this is something that needs to be checked. But probably another video. All right. So thank you for watching, and see you in another video. All right, I'm back, and the installation is over. Now let's go to the next step. So very simply, we're supposed to run the main script. So I'm going to just do that. All right, there's a bit of verbose information, which is good, about what it's doing, and it's fetching the data, the stocks data from 2010. So which is cool. It's about 13, 14 years of data. It's doing that for a few stocks. So typically US stocks, but that's not surprising. 12 macroeconomic variables. That is cool. I'm a bit curious to know where it took it from, even though it's probably the same as minus. And where's the file? Yes, I'm not sure where the file. Data collection. Macro data. Where does it come from? The data reader. Interesting. I don't know what this is, but it looks interesting. Okay. Ooh, there's an error. Okay, I was playing with the others. What? Okay, where did it start? Save data. It said the data completed. Pre-processing. Error pre-processing. Cannot compare TZ naive and TZ aware timestamps. So an error on the timestamps. What file is it? We're talking about the data collection, and which line is it? It says what does it say? It doesn't say actually. Under 9 we have this fill NA issue, but then the big issue here, error. So where does the error come from basically? What is this text? Is it something that's a log? Self-combined macroeconomic data. Did it do that? No, it doesn't do that. Error cannot compare T. I've never seen this error basically. But so this one, is it a try catch? Try catch? No, not a try catch. Okay, so it's not easy to debug, but that's probably something we could ask this basically. So we seem to have the same error for every ticker. Completed, yes, but successfully, really? Okay, so we don't have data basically, so it couldn't build a model. Yes. Okay. So I really need to understand. I've never seen zero. Cannot compare TZ naive and. Okay, I think I should ask Claude to solve this. Type your task or use. Okay, so in seg file folder. Why can't I find that? Well, this is weird. I can't see the files. That's not very nice. It's not really not very nice. How can I tell it where to find this? So we're in data collection here. Maybe they've said here data collection. Can't find it. It's crazy. That's the one problem. Where's the problem? Is there something we can detect already? Here. Data reader data. Yeah, I don't know about this, but looks like this is something. This is all we can get a macroeconomic data, but it's not, anyway, it's not related. And so I'm really struggling to understand here how I'm supposed to select a file when nothing comes out, and not the files that itself created. So do I need to change the path? Is this path not convenient for? It's a mystery. It's a mystery, but all right. I'm just going to do this. So when running, there's an error message. Error. Yes. Okay. Okay. So let's try with this. Let's see what it says. Okay, so it looks like it's investigated, diagnosed the issue, and proposes a way to correct. Okay, so now it's converting. So very simply, the time zone something is. Okay, I'm just going to very naively approve this. So this probably cost me a bit of money, this error, but that's fine. It's probably not so expensive. And so same thing here, pre-processing, it needs to do that again. Okay, okay. So, okay, is it going to ask for approval? I need to make a similar update for the data processing. It's cool because it understood that the same error would happen in data pre-processing. Okay, so it looks like these are okay. These are the changes made, and it didn't ask for approval. So okay, what am I doing? What do I need? What am I supposed to do here? Is that it? So we have the new code. Do we? I'm not sure. Is it the latest one, this one? I don't see the changes. Did I need to approve the changes directly? That's one thing I'm not really sure. Here, I'm pretty sure that, yes, it did that. But here, did it really apply the same code? TZ info. Do we see that somewhere? No. So, I'm a bit lost here. So updated. It says that it updated. It's not finished. It's doing it. It's currently doing it, maybe. But I'd like to see and run the code, but it's still running. Oh, I don't know. This looks like it's still running because the wheel is spinning. Other task. What do they look like? This would be a green tick if the task is over. It's not yet. But am I supposed to do something? Is it waiting for me to do something? I'm not sure of that. I'm not sure. So I guess I just have to wait. But it's a bit surprising because I didn't have to wait so much before. So again, I'm a bit worried about what is happening here. All right, so is it stuck? I don't know. Is it ready for me? I don't know. Should I close the files? Should I just run the? Just run, yeah. And it says that it's converted. And it said that it saved the data to CSV files. So there are some reasons to be optimistic that it's working. How many stocks do we have? I forgot. Isn't the? I should look into the config file. Is it here? Yes. We have this much. It doesn't say how many. Sequence length. Okay. These are the model parameters. Max allocation per stock. How much? 25%, not more. So this is against concentration of the portfolio. Risk tolerance is moderate. Okay, this is a parameter I can change, but I guess it's fine to start with moderate. And while I'm talking, you can see on the bottom that the AI model are probably being trained, yes, for each stock. Great. Right, what do we have? Login error. There's an error again. And this one is a character, so Unicode issue. This is ridiculous because with all it did and really having this error, it looks like it's working actually. Let's improve form if you need to. So these are the validation doors here. Epoch 1, Epoch 2. So the error 0.5, okay, decreases, but not so much. After 11, it's on the plateau. Okay, did not improve. All right, and we are at the 14th epoch. It's not improving, and that's one stock, right? It's just one stock. Why would it train a model just on Apple? And it's stuck after 14, 12, after 12. So it reduced the learning rate, but it means that well, it's reduced twice, but it means that it's almost completely converged already. Okay, so it looks like it went to another one. So Apple, what happened to Apple? Apple here. The model was trained. It's evaluating, and this is the error. So the mean square error, and does it work? So again, we have this codec error, but it looks like this is not stopping one. Okay, so test r square is negative. Okay, this is not very nice. Seriously, how can the r square be negative? Very curious about that. R2. Where did you get the R2 from? The R2 score. This is the R2 score. Right? Okay, so just simply one of the functions here. And alright, so I may be wrong in saying that it can't be negative, but is it? How is the output actually? Can I have a kind of help on this compiler? Does it explain? Can it explain this function? Is it going to explain the whole workspace? Alright. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, yes. It explained the evaluate model function. Okay. I don't think I needed that. But it explained. So that's it. I have the explanation of this function. That's not what I wanted to have. Interesting, but this one is so this is Copilot, right? Yes, this is Copilot. So I haven't used Copilot yet, but I'd like just to have some documentation. Normally I would go to okay, there's nothing here. Let's go back. No, definitely nothing inline. So okay, I'm not very familiar with this kind of stuff. I just want to help, seriously. Explain, fix, and this is going to be the workspace, the function, not this selection, not this function itself. Okay, so what is the meaning of the output of R2 square? R2 score. Okay, so it's a statistical measure that indicates how well the predictions approximate the actual data as the coefficient or determination. It ranges from negative infinity. The model performs worse than a simple mean prediction. Okay, so that's why the R square is can be negative. That's interesting. I'm more used to statistics where the R square is between 0 and 1, basically. But it's even worse than a simple mean prediction. Okay. Interesting. So 0 means that okay, there's no variance, so at least we can use the mean. And here, even using the mean is not enough. Okay. All right. Interesting. Is it still running? Yes, still running. So anyway, the Apple one, you understand now the square is negative, so it's not even as good as a simple mean prediction, which means well, for instance, if the market was up 2% recently, then we would imagine that it continues to be up 2%. Or if on average the market is over 1 year, the market has up and down, and in the end the average is zero, then we could say, okay, it's going to be zero. That's the average, on average it's going to be zero for the next period. So I don't know what is the period actually, but maybe 1 month. So in 1 month we're going to say, well, it's going to stay the same level. That's what the model returned. Or that's what we could use actually. That's the benchmark. This zero, this R square is a zero, which is just saying that because the mean of the variation of the return is zero. I haven't checked, but usually the markets have something like not zero. It's okay. It's positive because the return usually are a bit skewed, and we can expect to have a positive return. So especially Apple probably has a history of the stock price being increasing. So okay, let's say that basically the model is saying okay, I predict that it's going up. Okay, but then when it does the validation, and I don't know what is the period used for the testing. So the test data has to be the most recent data basically. So I'd like to check. It has to split the data at some point. So create the train set and the validation set. So here we give it as an argument, so we should be able to know where it comes from and where was it given. So it's not here, so it's probably in the, okay, tell me where. I don't like this, and it's the same file. Come on, just want to go to the main.py. That's it. But looks like it doesn't want me to. I really don't like this. The main is not here, so that's why. Okay, that's why I couldn't see it. Okay, the main is here, so I'm going to open it. Right. Please. Okay. Right, and then we have the test set. No, we don't. How is it organized, this thing? So train models, and where's the place where it's okay, where's the data split between train and test? Okay, let's use a compiler. Provided does not explicit where the data is split. It's handled in one of the important models. The pre-processing, the train.main, train.main, right? To locate the exact point, you would need to inspect this file or that other one, and it's not telling me actually where. Can I basically add? Can I include more files basically? Can I do like in Claude and say please? Okay, so please workspace. So I'm including the whole workspace. I don't know if that works because it looks like it was trying only to look at the main, etc. But I really want to ask the question of the whole thing, the whole project. So ask about your workplace collecting workspace. Okay, so here, and okay, good. Got it. So preprocess data for ticker, and it's I'm going to enlarge. It's splitting here, and so the training set is okay. The first data until train size, and then the testing is after that. So that's what I thought. The earlier data in time, so the oldest data, basically historical data, is used for the training, and the most recent is, sorry, for the training, yes, and the most recent is used for the testing. Okay, so I'm not really clear what happens and why we have a negative R square. It's definitely a terrible result. So I lost in the terminal the result of Apple, but definitely a very bad result. I'm wondering if it's outputting all of that in some text file so that I can check what happened. Okay, so this one, validation. This one again, almost -1. This is terrible. It is really very bad. How can it happen? How can that happen? Really? So, of course, we know nothing about how the model is working. We know it's LSTM. I'm I'm suspecting that because it's trying to align the frequency of the stock prices and the macroeconomic data, I suspect that we lost a lot of data on the stock prices, and that would explain why that would explain why um, the prediction is very bad, because there's not enough data. Um, I'm not sure we can actually know the value of these parameters here because it's dynamic. All right, so now what I think as well is I said that the correlations are not taken into account, but it's not true because it's actually training on the whole set, all the stock prices and the macroeconomic data at the same time. So the correlations are probably taken into account, but still I don't really understand the need for training one model for each stock unless you try to kind of create a series of models so that you assume that you have a farm of computers, or you have a GPU or many GPUs, or you have more than one computer to help you computing. Then you can distribute the calculation among several CPUs, and you can work in parallel doing that. That's my best guess, but I'm not really sure actually if that's the reason. But in any way, the result is absolutely terrible. Doesn't sound like it's going to work. I don't think I'm going to take the investment recommendation seriously. Not after this. It's still working, and it really takes a long time, so I'm going to leave it here. Um, and I will come back when the whole thing is finished.